Folks, what's up? Good morning. This is Michael in the wee hours of the night on the Graveyard Shift with your daily trivia question. Man, I'm going to tell you what, I work with some really good people, folks, and I want you guys to know that I am thankful on this Thanksgiving weekend for the people that I work with at both of my jobs, the division that I work with in the day and the very great people that I work with at night. And I wanted to be sure that I take the time to say something like that as we give you this brand new trivia question for the day. And happy Friday, too, by the way. I hope you don't have to work. I hope you're spending it with family. And I hope you're not at Walmart at this hour fighting with people over 65-inch TVs and microwave ovens, stuff you really don't need anyways. But if you are, then go be crazy. You go be you. Anywho, the answer to the previous trivia question was, of course, the Farmer's Almanac. So the Farmer's Almanac is essentially a reference guide, and it is North America's most popular and oldest continuously published periodical, or as I like to say, a pretty cool piece of American history. An almanac, by definition, records and predicts astronomical events, tides for the ocean, weather, and other phenomena with respect to time. It's a pretty cool little packet of information. Benjamin Banneker is best known, who is referenced in the trivia question, is best known for his 6 annual Farmer's Almanacs that he published between 1792 and 1797. The almanacs included information on medicines, medical treatment, folklore, all kinds of stuff. He also published information in these pamphlets on bees and calculated the cycle of the locust. He was a pretty smart guy. He put a clock together from scratch, as I understand. He was just, the guy was a wizard, just kind of a natural born brainiac. His mechanical and his mathematical abilities impressed many, including the President of the United States at the time, who recommended him for the surveying team that would eventually go to lay out the plans for Washington, D.C. So he was kind of all over the place at his time. Banneker died in 1806, and today the Farmer's Almanac is still in publication, and of course, like everything else, it has its own website. I've included the link right there. It's pretty straightforward, farmersalmanac.com, where you can get most of this stuff for free, instant access to weather, calendars, astronomy, gardening, fishing tips, folklore, you name it, all the neat stuff that goes in to the Farmer's Almanac. Now, unfortunately, these things, if you can find like old copies of them, they're really not worth a whole lot of money. It's just a really neat piece of American history to have. When my grandmother died, we found multiple versions of Farmer's Almanacs in her closets and so forth, along with her cross stitch and all that stuff she stowed away. And she was often would make reference to the Farmer's Almanac. Most seniors have heard of Farmer's Almanac. I've looked them up on eBay from this period, 1800s, early 1900s, and they're only worth about $30 in value for sale-wise. So, but they're pretty cool to keep around and have as a good piece of history. And to get our weekend started, or rather to wrap up this week, and to get our weekend started, we'll call it both, for November 26th, on this day in 1862, an Oxford mathematician named Charles Dodgson sends this handwritten manuscript to a 10-year-old girl named Alice Liddell about a girl who falls down a rabbit hole and her adventures afterward that followed. Have a good Friday, folks. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, too. Peace out.